What's going on, everybody? John Stamper. We are here live. It is Dykema 2026, and we want to keep these great conversations going with so many of the incredible presenters that have been on stage today, packed ballroom, all kinds of great education going on. So I'm very excited to be with Lincoln Harris, who is the founder and CEO at Ripe Global. Lincoln, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I mean, you're a great sport. Like, you literally just got off stage, and I was like, hey, can we have a little bit of your time? You're like, absolutely. And so love to have you share with everybody the topic of your presentation today.
Today I was talking about removing barriers from performance. So we do so many things to lift productivity of dentists. We do stuff on the front end and the funnels and the phone systems and the AI and on the back end with net promoter scores, all of these things. But your revenue is still driven by the dentist.
Yeah.
In fact, similar to a law firm where it doesn't matter what you do around it, if the lawyer doesn't bill, you don't make money. And so what we have discovered, we can drive performance like crazy. We lift dentists between $112 and $160 an hour pretty quickly. But what we can't do is overcome internal problems that crush revenue. And the thing that we see, like number one is, no dental assistant for 2 weeks, no hygienist, equipment's not working, the equipment's broken, there's not spare equipment, the diamond burrs are old. And this kills revenue for two ways. One is it just stops the revenue. It's like literally locking the door. You might as well, or set the building on fire. But also, those are the things that are more likely to cause a dentist to quit than the big picture things like mentoring. Like, they're more likely to quit because you don't have handpieces.
Right. Yes.
Then you don't have a mentoring program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you found when you are able to identify those, have conversations with them? What's next after that, typically?
What's interesting, because none of this was stuff I expected. Like, we were sitting there, we're running programs, and because we had guarantees, we were doing monthly check-ins to make sure we hit the guarantee, that we didn't have to refund the money. So we've never had to refund the money, but we wanted to make sure that these dentists were achieving the goals that everyone was expecting. And so then we would call and we would find all these problems. And what I discovered is, and I come from a background of not very large business. I'm scaling one now, but I hadn't really ever dealt with the layers in a big business where there's 3 or 4 lots of people who can stop information getting to where it needs to go. And so essentially we are like we become the intelligence, right? We're down there on the ground floor, we're independent, the dentist can tell us anything and they will tell us everything, because you go, why is your production down? And they go, no dental assistant, no autoclave, the roof's leaking. Literally, the front office manager and the dental assistants hate each other and having a big fight. The front office manager says the treatment's too expensive and Medicaid won't pay for it. Or like, the patient calls and says, do you do all on 4? And the office manager says, it's not covered by insurance, which wasn't the question.
Right.
And so we think about 30 to 40% of the time in a 4 to 6 month period when we're tracking people, every single dentist has one of these issues, sometimes for more than 1 month. And we're tracking, and like, you will see their average billing hour, their collections per hour drop. It might be from 400 down to 120. Or 350 down to 180. Like, the drop is staggering. And of course, if you know anything about averages, a low number kills an average really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a lot of high, because you can't go like double. You can't go, well, we're at 500, we went down to 100, so now we're going to do 900 the next month to catch up. Like, that's quite difficult. So it often takes you 3 months.
Yeah.
Too.
It's interesting. In parallels to the entrepreneurial space, you mentioned it, there are a lot of successful entrepreneurs, as you know, that will share the impact of distractions. You'll see some of them that, from a certain time in the morning till noon, it's no distractions, focus, and they get a lot of things done. So hearing you say this, like, it doesn't surprise me that happens, but it's interesting to see the impact of it, because to your point, it's just something that I feel like people would not think of that would affect production. But it just does.
It is. I think doing anything at scale, the people who have figured this out the best in the entire world is the software companies that come out of Silicon Valley, because they have to go from new technology that's never been heard of before to crushing the market. Okay, like, from you got like early adopters, 15% boom, 85%. And they always talk about the wedge. This is the small area of the market we will focus on. And what I think happens, we've got two theories on this, and one of them is slightly more offensive, so I'll still tell you. So what I think happens is people try and do strategic things at the high level because that's really fun. Like having ideas is fun. Executing ideas is just grinding hard work.
Yeah.
And to fix problems in a practice, I think you have to choose like a group of practices, go in and work out, and every single one has a different problem. And you need a clinician. These are not just operational issues. You need clinical people dealing with, because they know how it impacts the dentist. And you go, okay, in this practice, we've got to fix this. In this practice, we've got to fix that. And well, there's 10 things, but this is the number one thing that's really annoying everyone. We've got to do that one and that one and that one and that one. And you do them all. And then you move on to the next group. Because if you try and do everything all at once, you end up with nothing all the time. So that's my first theory.
Yeah.
Do you want the second theory? It's slightly
I do, because that's the one that you teed up as to
Okay, the second theory was not a theory. What I've discovered in my business also is that if someone comes in and says, I don't actually want to do the work, I just want to manage the people working it, I fire them immediately, because they never work out. Like, good managers still do stuff.
Yeah.
And so when you get someone who goes, look, I don't want to be out doing practice visits all the time and all that stuff. I want to do a strategic initiative across the whole group. A strategic initiative is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like you can have a PowerPoint, the board loves it, everyone loves it. The board members, the CEO is probably not from dentistry, he wouldn't know. It's great. Okay, it doesn't work. So, yeah.
It is interesting, because it's, you look at the growth of a lot of practices, and I even think about some of the things in my own life as an entrepreneur, that if I don't stay on top of it, I don't also become the practitioner, meaning like my hands are in there, I'm rolling up my sleeves and getting in and understanding it. Even if I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to have people that are doing that, I've always learned that if I don't know it myself or haven't got in there and done it, it's very difficult to both, I think, build trust, but in many cases to empower and inspire them. So it's very interesting that you're seeing that and the impact.
Yeah, I mean, we work with 17 groups now, so I've probably tracked, these are all just pilot studies, like we're not even at full rollout now, but I've probably tracked about 400 dentists who are in performance training over 6 months. And yeah, there are other things. There is a group of dentists who the bottom 20% of dentists, nothing will help them. Don't spend any money on them. You cannot get them to improve. The top 20%, spend a lot of money on them, because surprisingly, you generate more returns on the top 20% than on the bottom 20%. The mid-range people, you get general uplift. But so besides the just general how people are, you also have this problem of, different ambitions and so on. But the most common cause we see of a sudden and rapid and massive drop in productivity is just clinical or operational issues within the practice that need to be fixed really quick.
Yeah. So last thing I wanted to ask you is, with all of this work and everything that you're seeing, what are you excited about when you look at the work that you are doing and the progress that you're making, and for a lot of these clinicians and practices, what are you excited about when you look out the next couple of years with the work?
I mean, at a individual level, you get excited when people say, I was going to quit dentistry, but now I'm enjoying it. That's pretty cool. At a more significant level, we're showing such strong results. We are going to soon be in a position where we can lift the top line revenue of entire groups. And, like managing people at scale is just really difficult. Like DSOs, I thought they were easy, and then I start working with them. My first 2 groups that I work with are a massive disaster, my program was complete disaster, and we learned a lot from that. But I think when you can show to the finance people who are skeptical that helping people be a better dentist can have genuine, rapid financial results, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then once what we've found is once you make the C-suite money, they'll let you do a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like after that, they go, okay, train them some more. So we like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Lincoln, thanks so much. Where can anybody that's watching this learn more about the work that you're doing, Ripe Global?
Ripe Global, they can go to ripeglobal.com. They can contact us on LinkedIn, message us, see us at every single Dykema conference that ever is held, because we're at all of them. I don't know, call Brian or Mark, everyone knows us now. So
that's awesome. Well, congrats on your success. Pleasure to have you. Great job on stage, and we'll see you soon.